Hey lovelies, hope everyone is doing well and keeping safe and off the roads. Obviously it's just mad out there, so yeah, make sure you're keeping away from the road, keeping safe unless you literally have to for work or whatever reasons, like grocery shopping or literally going to the hospital if you need to. So yeah, that's that. Other than that, let's get into it. So today I'm going to be doing my jacket potato. I'm literally just going to show you a quick way of how I do it, literally under an hour when I haven't got time to be doing the whole baking in the oven for over an hour process, checking it to make sure it's alright and all that stuff. So what I do is I've got my potatoes here. I've got 4, just in case you can't see all of them, and I've literally thoroughly washed them. You can just wash them with water if you want. I most of the time put some soap on my washing sponge and wash them down properly and then rinse them off. It's not going to affect your potato, it's just the skin that you're washing, okay, before y'all start with your comment. Anyways, so I've, like I said, washed the potatoes. I've got potatoes here specifically for doing jacket potatoes. If you want to, you can just look for like big size baking potatoes. You will see them in the supermarket, or these ones I found loose. There were individual ones, and then I picked out which ones I want. So it's up to you, however you want to do it. Nowadays I don't know what you can find in the supermarket, so whichever way you can find it. So basically what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get a knife, any knife, just as long as it can go through the potato. It doesn't have to be a specific one. And I'm just going to put a few little sashes in the potato all over. So I'm going to turn it over as well. This is just to help the potato cook through nice and evenly. Gonna put holes in it literally all over. Alright, I'm doing all 4 of the potatoes, by the way. You don't have to do 4 potatoes, obviously. You do however many you need. If you can't get access to the bigger jacket potatoes, what you can do is use a few of the smaller potatoes, which means that obviously you have to watch your cooking time and do less cooking time than you would for these bigger potatoes. So just to make you aware of that. I'm just going to cut off this top bit here. It's got a bit of... So that's what, just move these over. I would usually be done this process by now and have them starting their cooking process, but because obviously I'm doing this video for you guys, I have to take my time and do what I'm doing. So yeah. Be careful of your fingers, please. Do not take your fingers or your hand, in fact, off doing this. I've been doing this for quite a while now, so I know exactly what I'm doing, and I can dodge and avoid my knife if needs be. So please just be mindful of that. Do not follow me to the T. Do things how it's safe for you. I know some companies sell guards for your hands for when you're chopping stuff or cutting stuff out. So yeah, check that out and see if it's of any use for you. Right, so that's all done. So I'm literally just going to get my microwave cover. It doesn't have to be any specific one, just your microwave cover. And then I'm just going to put them inside the microwave cover. If they're too big, not to worry, just turn them so that they can fit in comfortably. And that's that. So just so you guys can see, that's what mine are looking like. So they're just, the 4 of them are just in the microwave cover like that. So I'm going to put this on the microwave on one side for 15 minutes, and then I'll put it on the other side for a further 5 minutes. So once the 15 minutes stop, I'll take it out, turn them over on the other side and put it back in the microwave for 5 minutes. Just so that you're aware, my microwave is actually set on 800 watts, I believe it is. I don't know about this. My microwave is actually set on 800 watts, which is the highest it goes to, and that's what I'm gonna do it on for 15 minutes. In the meantime, whilst that is on, you're gonna wanna put your oven to preheat at 250 degrees. I've got a fan oven. Obviously, depending on how your oven works, if it goes crazy and the temperatures can't be controlled or whatever, turn it down lower. You don't want to burn your stuff. So for the minute, I'm just going to put this in the microwave and then let it go, cook on one side 15 minutes. I'm going to show you guys what that looks like, and then I'll put it back in for another 5 minutes. So I'm going to do that and then I'll be back. Okay, so they've just completed the 15 minutes in the microwave. I'm going to flip them over on the other side, and then I'm going to put them in for another 5 minutes. They are really hot, so guys, preferably use something to flip them over. Yeah, I'm just going to do this because I'm used to it now. Yeah, that's that. So I'm going to put that in for another 5 minutes, and then I'll show you the next step once that is done. Right, so I have just taken them out after the further 5 minutes of being in the microwave. I've just got in the little bowl here some oil. You can use whatever oil you want, vegetable, sunflower, olive oil, whatever. Olive oil isn't really suitable at high temperatures, so you want to be mindful of that because you're going to be putting it in the oven after this. So yeah, I went ahead earlier and prepared these little foil boats, I call them. I literally just fold some foil paper in half, and then just crumple the sides basically to just create these little boats. And then I'm just going to take the potatoes and put them in each one. So I've done 4 of them. Don't worry about accurate sizing of them. You can always adjust them after. Just going to put the microwave cover in the sink. Wash my hands. Right, so I'm just going to use this and just put a bit of oil, brush a little bit of oil over the potatoes, and that just helps to basically help the skin to get crispy whilst it's in the oven. You don't need a lot, literally just a tiny bit, just brushed over. Doesn't need to be perfect because it will drip down the sides anyway. Sorry about the noise, as y'all know, everybody's home. Yes, so these children just be out here making a bunch of noise. Right, so I've just brushed over the oil. I'm using sunflower oil, by the way, so just so that you know exactly which one I'm using. Just gonna put these in the sink. Right, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of salt over the top, just a tiny bit, not too much. And then I am going to just make an X in the middle of the potatoes. Oh, it's hot. Okay, at this point definitely it's wise to use something to hold on to the potatoes. Just making a little cross in the potato, the top of the potato. And then I'm just going to adjust the 4 bolts so that they snug around the potato. So just like that. So like that. And do that for all of them. And then I'm going to put it on a bigger tray. That can hold all of them. If you don't have one, it doesn't really matter. They're in their little foil boats anyway, so you can literally just put them straight in the oven in the foil boats and then let them do their thing. So obviously this potato is a lot bigger than the other one, so I'm going to leave that one to cook for additional time. But for the rest of the potatoes, I'm going to put it in for 10 minutes. The other ones are going to go in for 10 minutes. The bigger one I'm going to leave for an additional probably about 6 to 8 minutes. So that's that, like that. Just in another baking tray. And the oven, like I said, has been preheated for quite a while now on 250 degrees. So I'm going to, is it 10? For 10 minutes. And then I will get... Okay guys, so I put it on for the 10 minutes. So I'm just gonna check them now to make sure that they've had enough time. They don't need any more whatever. I've got 2 napkins here. I'm just gonna basically press into the potatoes and see if I can fluff them up. Right, that one is fine, as you can see. Oh, that one's fine. Grab my hand. Oh, even the big one is cooked perfectly, so on 250, that is fine. So yeah, so that's that. I'm gonna transfer them from this tray and the foil and put them on the plates. Obviously, you guys know you can choose whatever toppings you want. You can put a little bit of butter in the center and put on your toppings. If you don't want to add the butter, you don't have to. You can do cheese and beans, you can do tuna, sweet corn, you can just have vegetables if you want with it. You could do a little salad on the side with just the baked potato. You can, these lots have decided they want sausage and beans with cheese as well. Don't ask, that's what they requested, so that's what they're gonna get with that. I've just cooked that up in the pot separately. But yeah, you can literally freestyle it how you want. I'm gonna just have cheese and beans, that's that. But it's up to you how you want to do it. Even with the cheese, play around, see what type of cheese you want. I'm gonna use a bit of mature cheddar. The children are gonna have mozzarella. You just choose whatever you want and freestyle it. So yeah, that's that. It's gonna plate up and it's done. So there you have it, perfect jacket potato. Right guys, so this is one of the potatoes finished. As you can see there, I've literally just chosen to go ahead with cheese and beans, and I just added a little bit of parsley and some black pepper to top it off. That's how I like it. It's up to you guys how you want to do it. I've used mature cheddar. The others in my family have had mozzarella, and they've had sausage and beans, like I said earlier, and all other aspects. So it's up to you how you want to do it, but this is how I've done mine. That's the end result. So yeah, hopefully it comes in handy for you guys, and try that. See you on the next one.